Just go straight into the intro, yeah? Okay, we'll do. This is Monday Matters from Gary Stuff. How was that? Hi there, I'm Gary, and this is indeed Monday Matters. Welcome and welcome back if you've been to my channel before. Now, today I'll be talking as usual about the news of the week. I'll be talking about what I've been up to on my bench, and of course I'll be looking forward to the kit of the week. All these bits come as chapters, you can hop backwards and forwards as your heart desires. Now, if you like the show, and I hope you do, please remember, thumbs up, imperial thumbs up on the button below. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel and do hit the bell so you get notified of future videos as they arrive. And for more concrete support, you can go through Super Thanks or through any of my online partner programs. Now, before we kick off with the news of the week, two things. Firstly, to remind you, if you didn't know already, next weekend is the Scale Model Wheel Show at Telford. I'll be going up there on Saturday. If you're up there, you see me, and you want to come over and say hi, please do come over and say hi. I really like to put faces to all these names, and you give me really nice comments or really helpful hints as well, which is excellent. Please keep those coming. But sometimes it's just nice to actually put a face to a name that I see regularly on the channel. If you want to ignore me, do please feel free to do that as well. It's entirely up to you. But if you do want to come and say hi, do it. I'd love to have a quick chat and see how you're up to. Tell me what you're up to. I'll be just nosing around, looking at some model companies. There's some accessories, some extra bits I really want to get hold of. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've never been up there before. Could be a lot of fun. Could be really bizarre. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I'll be up there, as I say. Come and say hi. Please do. On the other thing, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, 7,000 subscribers now. 7,000. Thank you all so very much. 7,000 subscribers. Who would have thought 7,000? Well, I wouldn't have thought 1,000, to be honest, when I first started out. 7,000 is a really cool number. It's to me, it's not enough, but it's a hell of a stepping stone. So thank you all so very, very much for subscribing to my channel, for continuing to watch my videos, and for helping this channel grow. It is so much appreciated, really. I'm going to devote as much time as I possibly can to making new content, and I really hope you enjoy it. If there's things you don't like, please let me know, and I'll see if I can change them up a bit. If there's stuff that you really do like, let me know, and I can maybe push that sort of thing a bit more. I'll try and get to do a bit more feature work as well. And now I'm getting a little bit more time to myself. Yeah. I've built 50 or so kits so far. 56 kits on the channel so far in 14 months. So that's quite a lot. But there's plenty more to come. We've got another 20 something upstairs. Then of course, yeah, the kits start arriving, like the 124th Spitfire, which is going to be released fairly soon by Airfix, I suspect towards the end of this month. That's going to be really exciting. As soon as that arrives, everything else is on hold, I promise you. And I'll do a box opening as soon as I get my mitts on it. And I'll start building it as soon as I can after that. I'm not sure about the scheme yet. There's going to be a choice of like 5 schemes from the box. There's plenty of aftermarket. So, hey, do you know what? I'll throw it out to you guys. You guys can decide. I'll have a poll on the community tab. I'll set that up over the next day or two. We'll have a poll. Which scheme should I build my Spitfire in? One of them is going to be the French scheme, so I quite like that. One of them will be one of the RAF schemes in the box as well. Maybe one of Johnny Johnson's aircraft. And there may be a couple of other random ones from other decal manufacturers that just take my fancy. I think, well, one of these 4, it's going to be. You let me know. You tell me which of them is going to be the way I finish the Spitfire, and I'll happily do that. People Power works. I built the Sterling. because you guys said that's the one you wanted me to make, and you know what? It's been on the Italeri Twitter feed, my Sterling, so that was very successful. It's a lovely aeroplane to build as well, and it's had a lot of views, so thank you for that. Hope the Spitfire goes the same way. Anyway, enough of all that nonsense. Let's get on now and see what kits are making the news this week. The big news this week is the announcement of the much anticipated new Qatari 1/32nd scale Spitfire 1A. This is a very highly detailed model. Nice design details include the one-piece spine that eliminates any chance of seams along the top. One thing to note is the lack of a modelled engine, but I for one don't see this as an issue. Sometimes I feel a bit bullied into doing open engine kits when maybe the purity of line works better. In any case, expect this kit to be on sale early in the new year at around £95 or so. Pre-orders are being taken by selected online sellers. Great Wall Hobby has taken its release earlier this year of the Curtis Hawk in 1/32nd, changed some of the parts, and has repackaged it as the P40B Warhawk in what they call a Christmas special edition. Christmas is a time for goodwill to all men, except those whose geopolitical aims are at odds with your own, in which case you make a surprise attack on them on a Sunday morning with the loss of thousands of lives. I'm struggling to get the Christmas vibe off this. There have been some more visuals released of the TACOM AH-64D Apache helicopter in longbow and guardian forms, and mighty fine they look, I must say. Hot on the heels of this, TACOM has announced a new MIL Mi-28 Havoc, also in 1/35th scale. This should be a beauty as well. And thinking of the Apache, Meng has announced its own AH-64D in 1/35th scale. The battle of the longbows starts right here, I guess. Kinetic is re-releasing two of its Harrier kits in 1/48th, a Harrier GR3 and a Sea Harrier FRS-1, both in colours of aircraft from the Falklands War of 1982. Both of these are based on earlier kits. The GR3 first appeared in 2020 and the FRS-1 in 2015. Now, both new kits claim to have new parts, but I do wonder if these are simply the tow trucks shown on the box, which they say are included. Both appear to be reusing previous Falklands schemes as well, so the link to the war, especially so late after the 40th anniversary, seems tenuous at best. Another re-release is the RS kit of the P-39 Aerocobra, which itself is unremarkable except for one of the decal options for an aircraft used in deck landing trials. I know the legendary Winkle Brown flew one for ages as a personal hack until it was condemned by a Bell engineer, so an interesting marking scheme. Note also the unique forward-folding arrestor hook. Another real oddity is the Junkers W33 here as a float plane from Master X. It comes with all the decals you would expect, but I have to blur one of them out to prevent being demonetised. As a plane, it's very unusual and could look amazing in a dockside drama. And talking of things nautical, Phantom Model has released a new set of warships in 1/200th and 1/300th scale, including the likes of HMS Repulse, HMS Malaya, and HMS Suffolk. All of these are paper kits that come printed out to be mounted on structural card as an alternative to plastic. When made by someone who knows what they're doing and finished with wire detail and plastic gun barrels, I think they look fantastic, but I won't be rushing to take these on anytime soon. Border Models has this section of a Type 7 U-boat in 1/35th scale. Just the conning tower and the gun positions are modelled, but at this scale the detail will be exquisite. Back now on dry land, and Sabre has a new 1/35th kit of the M1278 Joint Light Tactical Vehicle. This comes as a deluxe version and a premium edition. No idea what the difference is, but they both seem pretty well featured. AMC has this new tool of the Batmobile in 1/25th scale from the movie Batman and Robin. Not as cool as the original in my book anyway. For the connoisseur of a figure, Meng Model has this impressive Legionarius figure in 1/6 scale, so about 30 centimetres tall. That's a real challenge for skin tones and for metallic finishes. And finally, for the real science fiction buff, the wonderful X Plus kit of Maria the Maschinenmensch from Fritz Lang's movie Metropolis is now shipping. An imposing 25 centimetres or so tall, this kit is selling like hotcakes at about £60. On my bench this week, I've finished one project and started another. So I've finished the Bristol Beaufort in 1/48 from ICM. What a little kit that is. It's quite, occasionally quite demanding, but really worth doing. A beautiful thing. I found the marking scheme on an aftermarket set of decals. I've decided to do that. I think it looks lovely. I think it looks really nice in these markings, the Coastal Command markings. And I've also started on the Avro Anson, the 1/48 Anson from Airfix, which is remarkable. The engineering is great. I did a little trick with the pilot's notes. I put them on a bit of card so they stick up from the table rather than just sort of decal onto the table, because pilot's notes are a little bit thicker. Yeah, scuffed up the interior quite a lot to make it look used, and it's progressing really nicely. So more build videos of that will be imminently on the channel, if they're not there already. Yeah, it's well worth. I know I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, I've got this, or I'm thinking of buying it. If you're buying it, by the way, please, either support your local model shop, which is what I think you should do as a priority. If you can, support your local model shop. If you can't and you have to go online, go to the Airfix website and buy it there. If you're a member of the Airfix Club, of course, you'll get your 10% discount. But if you go through the link that's in the information box below, then you don't get charged anything more, but Airfix gives the channel a bit of money. Eventually, it takes a long time, by the way. Airfix, if you're listening, it's taking a long time to get through some of this money. But do that. Helps this channel continue, and you don't have to pay anything more than you would otherwise. So that would be nice. But priority, support your local seller if you can. So that's about it for last week. So I guess I better get on with announcing this week's kit of the week. And I bet you thought it was going to be the P39 Aerocode, but I've already done the box opening on. No, it's not, because the very nice people at Tiger Models have sent me a review copy of the Hobby 2000 Harrier GR7 or GR9 in 1/48. So they sent it to me. I told them I'd make it kit of the week this week. Just to let you know, yes, they've given me this kit. It's very, very nice of them to do that. But I'll still be honest about it. If I don't like it, I'll tell you. But I'll tell you why. If I do like it, I'll tell you why. The only thing I'm going to change for sure is that I've got markings for an aircraft of 800 Squadron, 800 Naval Air Squadron coming, which aren't one of the three options in the kit. I'm only doing that because my father's served in number 800 Squadron, obviously years before the Harrier, but that's his squadron. So if I'm building something in 48th that his squadron used, I'm going to do it in their markings. Other than that, all the other decals, the stencils and all that, I'll be using the box ones. Everything else will be straight out the box. No extra pieces, no extra bits and bobs, whatever. So I'll be doing it that way. The box decals, by the way, are cartograph anyway, so they're really good. It's purely a choice of which squadron to represent. So yeah, I'll be doing, as usual, the box opening first, then I'll be doing a couple of build programs, I suspect. The paint job's not enormously complicated, but, let's get it right. Those will be appearing in the week, and I don't know, we may have time to do one or two other things as well in the week, but let's just see how it goes. Then, of course, we're into Monday Matters, and of course, we're into Telford. So I'll have a report on the Telford show as well for you after next Monday Matters. Okay, keep an eye out for all of these things online. Of course, if you subscribe and you also hit the bell, you don't need to keep an eye out because you'll get a little notification reminding you to come here and check out the latest videos. Anything you like, please, imperial thumbs up on the like button below. Doesn't cost you anything and it helps me enormously. The more likes I get, the better I get promoted on YouTube, the more my videos get seen, and the more the channel will grow. Do come back for the build of the Hobby 2000 Harrier. I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.